Hi, welcome to Thirsty Thursdays with the Therapist. My name's Jaleisha Gatling. I'm a couples therapist here in New York City working with couples to help them unpack the baggage that gets in between their relationships. Today's topic is get in the car and shut up. I know that may sound harsh, but it will all come together in a moment. I wanted to talk about how it's such a good thing and something that can easily be overlooked when a couple sees something as problematic. And I mean when both of them agree that this is problematic. We need to spend more time together, or we need to work on really co-parenting in a better manner. When you have the same thing and you both see it as problematic, it's much easier to work towards resolving that. Now, what I find is that sometimes there will be attempts to help resolve that. There will be attempts to meet your partner's needs or to connect with them in the way that they connect and receive love. But oftentimes we will completely overlook that highlight and we will focus on the how we have arrived there. So let me give you an example to kind of make that maybe a little bit clearer. I have a friend of mine who called me a few weeks ago. She's been complaining that her husband doesn't really initiate things, that she wishes he would plan more. She feels like she's always putting stuff on the calendar, putting things in motion, making the calls, and that he is down to go out. You know, he goes with the flow. He says yes, he's willing to hang out and go out and do these things, but she wishes that sometimes he would just take the lead and make things happen or surprise her. And so they had another conversation. I mean, they've had many conversations, but they had a conversation that she felt like went really well, and like he took it in, and it ended on a really nice note. And she thinks that he really understood that she would just love to kind of sit back and go for a ride. So he steps up and he ends up picking her up from work a few weeks later after that conversation. He picks her up from work, having already checked with her that she didn't have any plans or anything that she was committed to that evening. He picks her up, gets in the car, and he's like, hey, I have a surprise for you tonight. We're doing something, and he's really excited. Now, instead of my friend being like, oh my gosh, my wish has come true, she went into, well, why didn't you tell me that it was a surprise? And I was like, it wouldn't be a surprise then, right? But my friend had all these different parameters and ways that she wanted the surprise to come about, in terms of she wanted to know when it was, she wanted to have notice, she wanted to know how long it was, she wanted to know if they would be standing or sitting, she wanted to know how far it was from the apartment. I mean, how late was it gonna be? Was it something where they would be watching something, or would it be an activity? Did she need a coat? I mean, there were all these questions that completely kind of took the wind out of the sails of that experience for him and for her, because he was excited to give that and she was really unable to receive that as well. And so it kind of put a damper on what could have been a really awesome evening night out with awesome quality time, while also meeting this need that she had been asking for so long. And so I find that I will see someone making an attempt in the relationship to meet their partner's needs, and it will be missed because the how or the route that they took isn't quite what the other person had in mind. It's similar to being in a car, and I could be in the car with my partner and I'm thinking in my head, oh my God, why are you taking the West Side Highway right now? Like, this is insane. Why would you do this at rush hour? And instead of focusing on, wow, we're going out tonight, we haven't done this in a while, and I'm excited to connect with you and to just be with you because I've been really craving this and I've been missing you. Like, we tend to just not even go there and think about, oh wow, we're doing something that we've been wanting to do that's going to be good for the relationship and that makes us happy, by focusing on the route that we're getting there. Does that make sense? Can any of you resonate with this? Does any of this resonate with you? Is it something that you've encountered? If so, I would love to know more about what resonated with you from this video. Comment below and let me know your thoughts, your feelings, what came up for you, what I might talk about in future Thirsty Thursdays that is related to this. I want to know what comes up for you when I say, hey, just get in the car, receive, and shut it. You know, I mean, it's simple as that. So let me know your thoughts. If it is something that you're struggling with to kind of get through, and you think that that might be impacting you, give me a ring, give me a call. Let's set up a phone consultation and we'll talk about if we might be a fit to work together to help you work through accepting and just joining in on your partner in the journey of your relationship. I will see you guys in 2 weeks on Thirsty Thursdays with a Therapist.